I was looking to file a police report or potentially even a restraining order against my ex-boyfriend, who he's also a state trooper, so I'm especially uncomfortable. I just stopped in the office, but nobody was available.
On May 20th, a 33-year-old veterinarian dials the police in the town where she sleeps and asks how to stay safe from a man who once wore the same badge the town trusts. She was told no officer is available. She leaves a voicemail. According to her family, nobody calls back. 3 months later, Dr. Lauren Siemenche and Tyler Webb are found outside her home, gone. The part that keeps people awake is simple. She tried to use the system before the worst night of her life. But this didn't start with a single call. Welcome back to the Criminal Minds. Before we continue, thank you for being here. If you want more deep dives like this, hit subscribe. It's free, but for us it's real support and motivation to keep going. I appreciate you. Let's go back to September 2024. Lauren ends it with Lieutenant Ricardo Santos, a veteran New Jersey state trooper. According to her family, that's when the pressure starts. Calls from restricted numbers, the feeling of being followed, enough unease to put cameras in her car. By October, texts captured and reporting show her drawing a line. Stop contacting me or I'll file for an order. On his side, pushback, minimization, and a final message that reads like a sign-off and a jab. When you map cases like this, red flags aren't rare. The rare part is what happens when we treat them like alarms instead of wallpaper. Then came the week that should have changed the outcome. On May 19th, her car was keyed at work. She reports it in Washington Township, Morris County. Officers there call Santos directly, warn him off. He denies involvement but agrees not to contact her. The next day, May 20th, she drives to Franklin Township Police, Hunterdon County, where she lives, to take stronger action, restraining order questions, what steps to take. She was told no officer was available. A number was given to her, and after that she left a now infamous voicemail.
Hi there, my name is Lauren Siemenche, and I live at Upper Kingstown Road in Pittstown, New Jersey. I was looking to file a police report or potentially even a restraining order against my ex-boyfriend, who has been harassing me. He placed recording devices in my home, has continued to text me and call me, and then I just came out last night from work and my car had been keyed, and I have no idea who did it, but I don't have anybody else in my life with any animosity. He's also a state trooper, so I'm especially uncomfortable. I just stopped in the office, but nobody was available, so the girl at the front desk gave me this number. If you could give me a call back when you have a moment, that would be great. My phone number is... Thank you.
According to the family, no one calls back. In any DV protocol brief, this is the fork, the moment to snap from maybe later to now. The calendar flips to August, and everything accelerates. On August 1st, after she is closed from work, a white Mercedes shows up on her in-car camera. Following her, it was believed to be Santos. He allegedly slips into the woods near her place. Just before 7 p.m., Tyler Webb arrives. Minutes later, neighbors hear gunfire and screams and do exactly what we tell people to do. They call 911. Not one call, multiple calls.
My boyfriend and I just heard something very strange. We heard gunshots and also screaming. And the screaming sounded, pretty close. And then, when it stopped, the last shot, it was quiet. And then I thought it was kids maybe laughing or something. I couldn't tell. We had music going.
Okay.
And, yeah, anyway.
We have patrol responding out to the area to check it out, okay?
And again, I hope I'm not bothering anybody, but it was too weird.
Franklin Township Police.
Hi, I'm sorry. We don't typically do this, but we just heard something that sounded really strange.
Over
there were about 7-ish gunshots.
After the call is received, patrol arrives, drives past the house, and keeps going. No address check. No knock on the caller's door. No second loop. The next sound is silence long enough to run out the night. By morning, the truth is on the lawn. At first light, Lauren's father comes to the house and finds both bodies. Not long after, Santos is located inside his Mercedes SUV, dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. No court, no trial, no cross-examination to test how many chances were missed. Just an ending that erases answers and leaves families with questions that won't sit still. If you're wondering what should have happened when she asked for help, you're not alone. On August 21st, Attorney David Mazie announced intent to sue NJ State Police and 2 municipal departments, arguing they ignored red flags and failed to act when Lauren begged for help, citing directives about immediate internal affairs involvement and potential weapon seizure protocols in officer involved in domestic violence. Days earlier, the Hunterdon County prosecutor had already seized control of Franklin Township Police Department and suspended the chief and a sergeant over serious concerns about how Lauren's pleas were handled, an unusually swift move that says plenty by itself.
No one called her back. Franklin Township Police Department did absolutely nothing after having this complaint. Now, the state of New Jersey Attorney General, law enforcement directors require that a police department, once there's an allegation of abuse against a police officer, to take action. These are the actual, a portion of the requirements. It says, whenever an officer is involved in a domestic violence incident, either as an alleged perpetrator or as a victim, internal affairs must be promptly notified. Where the officer was the alleged perpetrator, investigating officers must seize their service weapon or any other weapon possessed as mandated by AG, meaning the Attorney General directives, 2000, 2003, and 2004. So as soon as this complaint was made, the Franklin Township Police Department had an absolute obligation to contact the state police, and at that point, the state police would be obligated to take control and to make sure that all revolvers, all service weapons, any other firearms that were licensed to Trooper Santos would be removed, and that it would be put on administrative leave, and that they would do an investigation. Nothing was done here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something called the blue wall of silence. Blue wall of silence is where police officers protect their own. Even when there's allegations against one of them, they look the other way. And that's what happened here. We will be filing a lawsuit against the Franklin Township Police Department, the New Jersey State Police, and others on behalf of Lauren and Tyler. We will hold, at the end of the day, we will hold Franklin Township Police Department liable for its failure to act. We will get to the bottom of why no one at the state police acted to take Santos' guns. We will get to the bottom of why police officers that evening failed to even come into Lauren's home to investigate the screams and the gunshots. And we will uncover whether the police in New Jersey have been held to a different standard when there are domestic violence complaints lodged against them, and whether there is a cover-up in this and other cases. We will do this and more to achieve justice for Lauren Szymanczyk, for Tyler Webb, and for their families.
So what do we owe the next person who walks in with the same fear? Start with an intake that never drops a ball. No leave a message. No callback roulette. Make domestic violence walk-ins priority calls by default. Build cross-agency triggers. So the moment an officer is named in a domestic violence report, supervisors and the employing agency are alerted instantly. For patrol, treat multiple 911s with shots and screams as a must-stop. Verify the address, speak to a caller, and keep a unit on scene until you can rule out harm. For communities, know this. If someone you love says they're scared, don't wait for better proof. Act. The worst case for being wrong is an apology. The worst case for waiting is a vigil, a voicemail, a drive-by, a morning no parent should live through. Policies will be argued. Lawsuits will climb ladders. But here's the only question that matters tonight. When a neighbor calls 911 about shots and screams, what should be non-negotiable for the responding unit? Speak to the caller. Stop at the address or circle until contact is made. Drop your take below. I'll be in the comments. Hey, before you go, thank you for being here. This channel grows because of people like you. If you want more deep dives like this, please subscribe. It costs nothing, but it means everything on our end. It encourages us, supports the work, and tells YouTube to show you more what you actually enjoy. Your support keeps these stories alive. Thank you.